Hello and welcome to another edition of the House of Wisdom Knife Reviews, and today we have a special treat. We're looking at the Andre Thorburn L36S, and Andre Thorburn is a South African knife maker based in Bella Bella, South Africa. He's been making knives since 1989. He became a full-time knife maker in 1996. His wife, Marietje, does the custom bolster work on many of his knives, and she did the custom bolster work on this. I'll show it to you a little bit before we get into the knife. Well, this is the L36S. The S stands for small. It comes in both a small, medium, and a large size. The small has a 3-inch blade. The medium has a 3.7-inch blade, and the large has a 4.3-inch blade, a size for every preference. We'll talk about the specifications. Well, I've already mentioned that the blade size is 3-inch. We'll take a look at that blade. The handle length is 4.25 inches, giving a total knife length of 7.25 inches. The weight of the knife is 3.2 ounces, and we'll have some similarly sized knives for comparison. The first knife I'll bring in is the Viper Odino knife, which is the same size. The next is the Para 3, which is the same size. And lastly is the Gavco Baby Spinner, which is less commonly known, but it is also the same size. The blade on this knife is a drop point blade of N690 steel and a high hollow ground. It has a top swedge also. The blade is a hand-rubbed horizontal satin finish with polished flats. There's jimping both on the proximal blade and the distal handle that give you good traction. It's smooth whenever you run your hand over it, but whenever you grip down, it bites into you and gives you great grip. The handle is made of carbon fiber with a hand-engraved titanium bolster, which, as I've mentioned, it's a hand-engraved by his wife, Marietje. It's really sweet that they have a family business like that. And we'll go through the layers on the handle. The first layer, the outermost layer, is carbon fiber. And then after that, you have a thin layer of G10. Next, the anodized liners, which are blue anodized and have this beautiful file work that really set it off and make it distinctive. And then lastly, the G10 black backspacer, a beautiful back spine of a knife, I would say. The construction of the knife, as I've mentioned, is a full backspacer, so there's no blowing the lint out. The pivot runs on the IKBS bearings. Here you see the IKBS designation, and it's a smooth knife. The lock is a liner lock. As you can see here, it's fully engaged. Both the front and the back are on the blade tang. And the pocket clip is an embedded 3D milled clip with a ceramic ball for traction. And it looks like a bent clip, but it is just milled so finely, and this comes in and out of your pocket and has such great traction. I really like and appreciate that clip. The ergonomics of the knife are great. It fits well in your hand. It's a 4.25-inch handle, so there's even a little bit of handle left over. There's a little bit of cutout relief so that it's easy to disengage the liner lock also. The action on this knife is nothing short of world class. We'll start off with the detent angle. When you disengage it, it has less than a 5-degree of detent angle before that blade tang hits the detent ball. And he does this by placing the detent ball very laterally and superiorly, so it doesn't take much to get over the detent. And once you're over the detent angle, it just really shakes closed very smoothly. This is one of the smoothest actions you'll ever come across in any knife anywhere. And lastly, the signage on the knife. The handle itself is sterile. It just has the beautiful detail work there and the carbon fiber. On the show side of the blade, there is Andre Thorburn's maker mark, which says AE, and then on the top, Andre E. Thorburn, and then his location, which is Bella Bella, South Africa. And then on the clip side, it has the IKBS bearing designation. So what do I think about the Andre Thorburn L36S? I absolutely love it. Are there opportunities for improvement? I can't have a lot of criticism against this knife. I just want to point out the bolsters though. Because they're done by hand, you can see some irregularities in the lines. And I think we live in a generation where we're used to CNC machines doing all the artwork on the handles. And this reflects that a human did it. That'll be a positive for some people because they like that human artwork component, and it'll be a negative for others, but I think it comes down to really a matter of personal preference. But what do I like about the knife? The action on this knife is just world class. There are wonderful actions by a lot of makers. There's the Grimsmos, the Shirogorovs. The Thorburn action is distinctive at that his detent really makes it pop out, and it opening click is beautiful. It just sounds great. And then the return action is very, very smooth. It is just silk. I also like the file work that he does on the back of his handles. Look at this beautiful file work, and he puts in a little bit of color with the red G10 there. It is just extraordinary. I like his jimping too. He just makes it flat, and so it's smooth to run over with your thumb, but it bites into you whenever you press down on it. I think it's really nice. The fit and finish of this knife is superior. It is second to none. Really love everything about it. The blade grind, the handle, the carbon fiber, it's just a beautiful knife. In summary, if you had to buy only one knife and you had a lot of money to buy it with, you probably want to buy an Andre Thorburn. And the L36S is a great size. It fits well in the hand. This would be a knife to buy. Well, that's the review for today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next House of Wisdom knife review video.